Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana here, and we will be making a card today. And it's also Casing Tuesday, the day when we take a card out of the catalog and we give it a makeover. And I love this challenge every week because if you're new to card making, it gives you a starting point for your card, and it makes card making that part of thinking about the layout's going to be is a huge deal in terms of spending time when you're designing the card. And it's also great for people who've been doing cards for a while, like myself, because it challenges us to get out of our comfort zone a little bit. Maybe the card of the week isn't one that you typically would create a layout for. So it's a great challenge to do. And I hope you'll join us over on our Facebook group. And you can find the link down below. And that means you can also participate. You can look, you can see what other cards that what other people have designed, so you can get an idea of different ways to do the same card. So let me show you today what the card looks like that we are going to copy. Here it is, and this one's it's a fun card. This would be a cute image to use for birthday cards. I know my son, when he was little, he loved big construction equipment. There were these videos called Mighty Machines, and but of course I made a different card, but this is the card in the catalog that we're going to copy. And I love a lot of the elements on the card, but I have to admit I changed a few things out on this card because I always do. I don't know, when I get down to making the cards, there's just always something that I want to give a little change to. So here's the card, and here is the sketch. And this sketch is going to help you with dimensions. And you don't have to follow the sketch exactly. I didn't. I changed up some of the dimensions of the layers to fit what my card was, or the images for my card, or the greetings for my card. But this is just a great little starting point to kind of give you an idea, especially if you're new. When I started out, I didn't know my measurements very well. I couldn't tell you maybe what an inch looked like. Now I can kind of look at the card and guess how big everything is. But this is a great starting point. And don't worry if you can never guess the measurements. Some people aren't, that's not their superpower, and that's totally okay too. That's why we give you these sketches. All right. Good morning, Marty. I'm glad you're joining me. If any others of you pop on here, I'm like right on time this morning. I'm so proud of myself. I'm trying to be more organized. I think the big thing in my life is too much stuff, and it's when you have a lot of things going on in your life, it's a lot harder to like always stay on top of things. So that's my problem, and staying organized. But today I'm on time, so I'm gonna feel good about that. The other thing I wanted to share with you today is I have a host code going. There it is up on the screen, the May 2023 host code. If you use this host code and you spend $50 with me during the month, you will be getting a package of these cute little tinsel gems. And those will be sent to you in June. And I should mention, I just got out last month's gifts. They were all put in the mail yesterday. I took them directly to the post office. So if you earned a gift, I'll look for your envelope. They should be arriving sometime this week or maybe early next week. But hopefully I got them out early enough in this week that you will get them very, very soon. Okay, let's close these down here. And let me take you over to my other screen. If you have any questions along the way, I hope you will ask them because I love answering questions. Okay, here's my card. Oh, I love this little monkey bundle. It is just so much fun to play with. I'm going to show you how I made this card. There's just a couple little tips, and you might want to know my colors of Stampin' Blends and how I colored everything. I love this card. I love the bright colors. I'm going to be doing a lot with the little monkey monkey bundle in the next little while, so this is a good one to pick up now. So today I didn't actually use the punch, but if you're getting the stamp set, you should just get the punch. So I put the bundle in my supply list. So here it is, the little monkey stamp set and the little monkey punch, and together they form a bundle, and you can save 10% when you buy these as a bundle as opposed to buying them separately. Look at the cute little monkeys. They are just so cute. The punch matches this one right here. They're just, you can have a lot of fun with that. I also got a package of this glorious gingham paper, and I love bright primary colors. We've got blueberry bushel, lemon lime twist, I believe that's pretty peacock, berry burst, and then pecan pie. Some just really great colors. I think these perfect for summer, and I just put a strip of that on my card. All right. The other thing I did use the Happy Labels Pick a Punch. That's for this label right here. Okay, let's get started and let's make this card. So I'm using this blueberry bushel cardstock. This is a returning in color. It was such a popular color that people kept asking Stampin' Up! To bring it back. So it's now back. I like it. It's a nice bright blue. I cut a piece that's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored it in half at the 4 1/4 inch mark. So it's basically half a sheet of cardstock and then it's folded in half. So that will be the card base. Then I took a piece of this glorious gingham designer series paper. This matches 5.5 inches by 1. We're just going to adhere this to the front of the card. I'm using Tombow here. It's my favorite glue. It sticks and holds. Just don't try and pry your cards apart after you've glued them down with this stuff because it doesn't work so well. This is a really good adhesive and your layers should stay stuck once you've got them down. All right, so now we need to create this main layer of the card. I'm going to lay this out here so we can kind of follow along. So I've got a piece of basic white that measures 3 3/4 by 3.5. So you want the longer side up at the top and the 3.5 inch side is here. So to create this layout, I'll show you how to stamp it in the best possible way. So we're going to start with Memento Tuxedo black ink because we're going to be coloring with Stampin' Blends. I've got the branch mounted on an H block. So I'm just going to dab on this ink right here. So the trick with the stamp, you want to stamp this one first, is you want the branch right at the edge on the right side and pretty close to the top, and then just stamp it down. Okay, that's what it should look like. As close as you can here, and then just very, very close to the top. All right, next we're going to bring in the monkey. Here we go. So for this one, the key will be to have the top of the legs touching the branch. Okay, so we're going to flip this around, and I'm just going to kind of come in here. Oop, I don't want to get my hair in the way. I'm trying to be above the camera here. So we're just going to kind of see right here. We're going to try and touch the branch right about there. Okay, so you just want the legs to touch. Now you could do masking and eliminate that line of the branch coming across the tail, but I'm using a dark color of Stampin' Blends. We're going to be using Pebbled Path, and unless you look really closely, you can't really see those lines coming across. So in this case, it would have been a lot of work just to do the mask for that, just the tiny little area. So by choosing a darker color for the monkey, you can avoid doing masking, I feel, at least. Okay, so then we're going to take the little heart that comes with the stamp set. These are this side, you only need one stamp set, and you can just stamp it off to the side like that. So we've created our scene. And let's just close this up for a moment. And let's bring in some Stampin' Blends. So to start off with, we're going to grab the dark crumb cake, and we're going to do the branch in dark crumb cake. Just I'm avoiding the tail and of the monkey, and then I'm just going to come through and color, color, color. All right. And you can kind of come back if you want to do a little shading on the underside. You can come back and just hit the underside of the branch, and that will just deepen and darken it a little bit. And if you do it right away, it kind of self blends. All right, now we're gonna take, oh, I think I lost one of my greens. Huh. I don't know where my other green went. Okay. It's like wandering around here somewhere. So I'm just going to use dark Granny Apple Green. I don't know where my light Granny Apple Green went. Sad but true. Nope, that's another. Okay. It's around here somewhere. And you know how things just kind of, oh, here it is. It's tucked back over here. Okay, good. I was wondering, I could have sworn it was right here. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to color with my light Granny Apple Green the leaves, like the whole leaf. And we're going to do a little bit of shading on here too. So now I'm going to take my dark and I'm going to just run it along the bottom of the leaf, wherever the bottom is, and just kind of give kind of a darker on the bottom of each of those leaves. All right, we're ready to do the monkey. So this is a new in color. Actually, this is a great time. I'm going to show you, if you haven't already seen me do this, I have not put my labels on my Pebbled Path Stampin' Blend. So let me just show you how I do that. I was going to do them all right away, but then I thought each time I use a new color, I can get these ready. So let's pull out a couple things. You can find these charts in the resources center of my blog. If you just click over to my blog under resources, I think I may have posted them down below right at the bottom of the description of the video. This is like a Stampin' Blends color chart that you can color in once you have, as you get different colors, and that way you can kind of see what colors you have and what colors you still need. And then I created these little labels. So I can come in here, I'm going to do Pebbled Path. I've got these all in alphabetical order according to the color name. So this was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of basic white cardstock I printed on here. I just need to grab this and cut it so we can punch it out. So I'm going to look for, here's Pebbled Path. And there are two sets of, let me put it this way, there are two sets of labels on each sheet, so you can label both sides. Okay, I see Pretty Peacock. Where's Pebbled Path? Ah, there must be my in colors right here, Pebbled Path. Okay, okay. So I'm just kind of coming along here. I want to make sure I'm in between these two. I'm just kind of eyeballing it that I'm in between, and I'm going to cut right through here. So now I've got these pieces. I keep this in a page protector so that I can just put these in here, and as I need them, they are ready. So let me find, there's Pebbled Path. I'm going to take this as a 3/8 inch circle punch that we don't sell, but you can find it on Amazon. And I've put the link down below for you. And so I'm just going to just center that and punch it out. And do the same here for the dark Pebbled Path. I used the same font for all of these, so they look very uniform. And then I just tuck this in here, and then I can pull out and punch out others when I'm ready. So now what I'm gonna do, grab my mini glue dots, and I'll just put a glue dot on the back of that one. And I'm starting to label mine this way now. I have a new holder. Just want to make sure it's centered. Okay, that looks good. Press that down. So I could have done these all at once, but I wanted to show you because it's really nice if you have these in a holder so that you can see what you're grabbing. So now these two are labeled and they're ready to go. They'll be in my holder, and when they sit on the shelf like this, I can actually see the difference, because it's hard to tell sometimes what color you're grabbing because the lids can kind of look very similar. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to show you how to do that. So I'm going to grab my light Pebbled Path now. And we'll start off with a bullet tip, and I'm going to come along and just color over. I'll do the tail and the legs first, and the arms. And then we're going to come along and do the face. So we'll do the outside of the face first. The outline, I'm just following along on the lines that the artist gave us. It's easiest to do this with the bullet tip because it's the brush tip would be hard. So you could use the brush tip for the body. So just hold it on an angle and you can go a little wider in your areas that are wide. Oops, my chart just fell over. But the chart is good too for deciding what color you would like to do. Like, you know, you've got all of your different colors, and you know, you might not have thought of doing Pebbled Path as a monkey color, but it works really well. Or you could go and do, you know, the natural tones. It's just, this is a nice chart to have. And I didn't want to create the colors on this chart for you because you're supposed to print it off and color it in as you get different colors. That way you'll know what you have in your collection that you can use. I also printed this off on basic white because it will give you the best possible finish, you know, so when you scribble on here, you can really see what the true color is. Okay, so the monkey's almost done. Let's grab, this is light petal pink. We'll just do the ears. You can choose whatever color you want for the little monkey face. If you want to see the features of the monkey better though, choose a lighter color just so you can see the features of the monkey, but you can go darker as well. I'm going to just do little cheeks, darken the little cheek area there a little bit. Then we'll come in with Berry Burst. I haven't actually put my labels on Berry Burst, but we'll do that another time. Gradually, with every new color I use, I'll try and do one color on camera as I'm doing it so more people can know about having labels, because I think labeling stuff is like really, really useful. So that was Berry Burst Light, and if you come in just a little bit with the dark, and we're just going to darken just the bottom of the heart just to give it a little shading. And that's all there is to it. We've got all the coloring done. So we can take this and we can glue this on here. You don't need a lot of glue. Sometimes it comes out faster than other times. So I just want a little tiny bit of paper peeking out on the side there. That looks good. All right, we're almost there. We need to create this greeting layer. So for that, this is a new color of cardstock. This is a Lemon Lolly. I've cut a piece that measures 2 3/4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. We're going to take the Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. Let's open it up. We're going to slide it in this slot right here. Kind of push it down and then all the way in, and give it a punch. We're going to do the same for the other side. Push it into the slot and then pull it out. And then we're going to take our greeting. So this is a good general greeting for the front. You can say just swinging by to say hi, and then you can also change the greeting on the inside. Like it could be a birthday card on the inside. Sorry, did I put my head in the way? The photopolymer allows you to like really line that up nicely. Okay, and one little thing we're gonna do, and I hope, okay, I have a little scrap piece of paper here. You see right here how I have the little paws right on the edge of this little greeting. So what I'm going to do, I've got a scrap piece of paper here, and I've already kind of decided where I want to put the paws that are coming down. So I'm just inking up half the body, and I just want to have the tips of the monkey paws just about there. So you see they're just a little tiny bit right there. So the one thing you want to do is color them in so they do look like monkey paws. So I'm going to grab my light pebbled path and I'll just hit those right there and right there. And so now I'm going to align them like right there and there. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals real quick. Take this off. And we'll just kind of, you're kind of looking down, you want to kind of align it so that the paws are just right at the tip. Okay, that looks good. So it looks like the monkey's actually holding up the sign. And then the last thing we want to do is just add a little bow. I tied this earlier. It's just a little baker's twine bow from the Essential Baker's Twine pack. And the original card had twine wrapped around the card. You can definitely do that, but it does take a little time to get it all arranged and stuff. So I really like to just like tie a bow with the baker's twine, put a little glue dot right here, and it's actually, I find that this will save you time rather than trying to tie it around and get it all straight, because a lot of it's going to be covered up anyway. So I just kind of like to add like a little bow there. The one thing I didn't add on this card was embellishments. That would be really easy to do, to just sprinkle on a few little embellishments on here if you wanted to just give the card a little sparkle. But that is all there is to the card. And I really like this card because it's got such bright colors, and you know, I think it has a nice little flow. It was a great layout for this card. Very, very much like this layout. I think it's a good layout for, I can't wait to see what everyone does with it, because I'm sure there will not be two cards that are alike. There never is. So there you go. Cute little monkey cards. So much fun. All right, I am back. Okay, let's say hello to some of you. I already said hello to Marty. Hello, Deborah. Good morning, Cindy and Janine and Karen from New Jersey and Ellie from Connecticut. Marty said masking would be really tricky on this. You would want part of the tail to be in front of the branch and part hidden. Yeah, it would be a little tricky. And I figure if you can do like a dark monkey, you can just obscure that part, and it just won't matter. So I think that's kind of the good option, and I think it looks pretty good. I just love this little guy. He's just adorable. Just so much fun. And I'm going to be showcasing a couple of cards that you can do with the little monkey stamp set while I am gone on the Norway incentive trip. So this is also serving as an announcement. I'm leaving on Friday morning, flying out to London, and on Sunday we board the cruise ship, and it's such a nice break. My husband and I have been running around like crazy. I think I mentioned we bought a house, and now we have all of the peripherals to buying the house, getting the mortgage arranged. We are setting up some things to have done to the house in the 2 weeks before we move in. It's been very crazy getting quotes, and it's a good crazy. I think I like to think that, as time goes on, like when I wasn't searching for a house, I thought I wasn't quite, happy I wanted a house. And when we started searching for a house, it was crazy because we came up against so many bidding wars and stuff like that. And now that we actually are in the process of actually having found the house and are under contract, now there's a whole level of crazy. So I think what I've come to realize is that, you just need to be content with where you're at in life. And I'm not saying that there aren't going to be some really bad things in life that you might stumble on. But, I think the thought that I'm going to be happier a year from now because, we're done this process, that might not be true. I think part of it is just being content with where you're at right now. And it is a crazy time. And I'm hoping to have less craziness and more time to share with all of you what I love to do in card making. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Maybe a less, time spent on, the endless cycle of searching for a house. So, but I want to look back on that and think, while it was crazy, at least we got to have that experience. So anyway, I was having like deep thoughts this morning, and just trying to realize that, we need to be content at the different stages of our lives, and nothing is ever going to be 100% perfect. So we need to be content with the things that we have, and thankful and grateful. And I am thankful and grateful that all of you joined me this morning, because it's so nice to be here with someone else besides me. So thank you for joining me today. I will be posting a video for the next 2 Fridays, and hopefully also get one in for next Tuesday, because I'll be gone for 2 Fridays and 1 Tuesday. And then I should be back. I'm looking at my calendar right now. The next time I will be back live will be May 20. May 30th. May 30th is the next time. I'm looking at my calendar. That's the next time I will be doing a live, and I'll drop some videos for you on the regular days. Until then, the trip, I think it's going to be a good time. I hope I can get some sleep because I've been running on very little sleep each night. So I'm hoping for just like looking at some new things, some new experiences, seeing some of the other trip achievers and top demonstrators. It's always nice to see them. Over the years, we've made friendships with the people that the other demonstrators that go on the trips regularly, and it's very nice. And it was always a dream of mine to earn a Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. And when I first became a demonstrator, it was always a dream of mine, and I didn't know if I could ever achieve it. And now I've earned several incentive trips, and it's still a little thrill that, like, I remember back to like hearing that you could earn an incentive trip, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. So it still gives me a little thrill to know that I'm going on a trip, and hanging out with all of these top demos just makes my heart really happy, because it is a little bit of an achievement. I do work hard for it, and it gives me a thrill. So I hope you'll be happy for me that I am living a dream of mine as I go on this incentive trip with my husband. Good morning, Mary. Lori says, have fun on the cruise. Thank you. Marty said, thank you for a very cute card. The monkeys are adorable. Mary said, I hope you have fun. And so does Marty. She said, you'll have a wonderful time. Well, thank you, everyone. And look for my videos over the next 3 times when I am not here. And look for me back with a live video on May 30th. I hope you all stay safe and are all well until I get back to you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.